Pleasant good morning to you, our viewers, this morning. Thank you so much for joining. Today is the 20th of April, Monday, top of the week, and we are live in studio on the NTN channel from the GIS studios. We'd like to thank you for tuning in on our cable television as well as online. For those of you online, you could post your questions as we progress with this morning's interview. And speaking of that, we have Mr. Justin Sealey, the General Manager of the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority, joined in by Ms. Emmeline Jean. She is the Information and Communications Manager at the authority as well. A pleasant good morning to you, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here with us under the circumstances. Can you just tell us, before we begin with the business of things, how you guys have been dealing with COVID-19 in terms of your response in office and privately?
Well, when the announcement came out and we had some team meetings to decide how we're going to go about this, what is our primary plan and our backup plans, and so we first tried to deal with as much as we could do out of the office and work remotely, and then we had to make arrangements for the contractor staff. That's the persons who actually go on the ground picking up garbage. So the drivers, the side loaders, the support staff, the landfills, the heavy equipment, the operators. So there was a number of pieces that we highlighted on how we're going to deal with the restrictions that came in or the guidelines given for operations. So that was something that we did March 13th, and then we had a number of meetings along the line virtually to improve the plans that we had in place.
And house and home secure.
And house and home secure.
Wonderful. We're going to open with the adjustments that have had to be made because of COVID-19.
Yes.
We know the collection of waste and the disposal of waste are considered essential services on island. Can you speak to us to some of the adjustments, when those adjustments came into effect?
Well, when the state of emergency act came into effect, it reduced the outdoors act times of persons and put into effect a curfew. But being an essential service, garbage has to be collected, or pile-ups of garbage could further compound an already bad situation. So the persons had to be out to collect garbage. But however, those persons also are at risk, and you have to, while you do perform the essential function, you now have to put things in place to secure their health and welfare as well. So that's why the reduced times came in for garbage collection, to try to see if all garbage could be collected on less days. And we have gotten the question now that we're home and we generate more garbage, have less collection days, but we have to be cognizant of the fact that we do have persons out there in the line collecting garbage, and right now you have to work on the worst case scenario that anybody could be infected, and since the virus has very long lifespan outside of the body on items, we had to put things in place to actually spell out procedures for the side loaders, the drivers, the collectors of garbage, and try to minimize the time in field doing the activity.
Okay, tell us about the reduced hours.
The reduced hours, well, what we've done is that the first day of collection would have been the only day of collection for persons. And so if your collection day was Monday and Wednesday, or Monday or Tuesday and Thursday, you would receive garbage collection on the first day, either the Monday or the Tuesday. Some places get garbage collection, I think, the Wednesday and the Saturdays. So the Wednesday will be your only day of collection. Yes, we do get the complaints that, we have a buildup of garbage, but we plead with persons to manage the garbage properly at their homes. In the time, because the little measure that you take in your house actually reduces the time that persons are out collecting, and then diminishes the risk a bit.
Okay. I would imagine you would have engaged the collectors in terms of handling the solid waste and interaction with the persons in the neighborhood. Can you speak to that as well?
We actually develop a 6 or 8 page document with actually graphics to how to wear your mask, what type of mask you should wear, how to handle your gloves, the reusable items, try to change your outfit at base before you take it back to your house. So some of the things that the information that we've brought out to the contractors to actually extend to the staff was not just about out in the field and on the truck, but actually how do you take a break and make sure things you don't carry things from the environment into your household. So we had that out with all the contractors. We had conversations with them. We understand that moving from the 2-day collection or a multiple day collection to one is not easy, but it is a time where things are being tested, and then what we could only do is put things in place, monitor it, and try to improve it how possible. We still have some teething problems, but this is the second week, so we are still tinkering with things, but I will say it looks promising. At least we've reached a limited number of complaints, meaning that we do get complaints, but the complaints categories are just about one or two things, that when is my day of collection and how do I manage all this garbage at my house.
Okay. There also been reduced operating hours at the landfills.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
Yes. Our landfills used to be open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., but now it's from 8 to 4. In that, we only have one staff member at the site office, and the persons in the landfill directing and loading the vehicles or manipulating garbage as it comes to the landfill. So that allows us to have less people out and about during this period until things change around.
Okay.
So right now the operating hours is from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. Another critical aspect is bulk waste collection.
Yes.
To avoid persons putting out their bulky waste, could you please clarify?
Yeah. Yes, also bulky waste collection has been suspended for the time being. So we urge people that anything that, I know some people might take this opportunity to do home maintenance or home improvement. We urge of you to just store it on your compound, and we will be back to normal operations. As we all know, things are still uncertain and being worked on. So as soon as we resume, we definitely will have our announcements out on all the regular channels. We do have PSAs going on the radios, televisions, Facebook page, website. We have our WhatsApp numbers that you could get in touch with us at. So there's no limit on how you could get in touch with us at.
So bulk waste collection is suspended, but is disposal still ongoing? If I have a truck and I get to the landfill, can I bring my bulky waste?
Yes, within operating hours, yes you can.
Okay.
Within 8 to 4, yes you can.
Okay. Tell us about the plans that you have put in place to deal with and to nip all of the teething issues that you're seeing coming out of the adjustment to this COVID-19 situation.
Well, certain places that as you may assume that on one day you get the volume of waste that people are usually generate and it's collected on 2 different schedules. So on one day now we do have more trips to clearing out the environment. So what we've done is that certain places, on our first week, we noticed certain places were not able to be collected or cleared out within the 8 to 4 hour. So what we've done, we've moved certain places from, and that's not many. Ms. Jacques could actually give you the list of the places that was done for. So let's say in one collection cycle, we noticed that an area would not have been cleared, so we move it to another day for collection instead. if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I think one of the places was Mont Lacroix in Choiseul.
Yeah.
Right. By the time the collection was done, that area would not have gotten collected. So we moved it, I think, to a Thursday.
Tuesday. What happens is that with Mont Lacroix, in Mont Lacroix, Choiseul, as well as Gayabois and Park Estate, Saltibus, they would usually have received the collection on a Friday. Now, and these communities have for a while had one collection day. These are the two communities on island, 2 or 3 communities on island, which had one collection day.
Mont Lacroix, Gayabois.
Yeah, Mont Lacroix Library, sorry, not library, Mont Lacroix Choiseul, as well as Park Estate and Gayabois in Saltibus. Okay. So what we had to do, since the first collection day within that collection zone is the Tuesday, we actually moved them to the Tuesday. So now they're operating on a Tuesday instead of the only Friday.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Coinciding with the COVID-19 situation and many infrastructure works ongoing under the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority. Tell us about the infrastructure works as well as new additions to your operations.
Okay. Before, from last year, well, you may be aware that the authority has been in a transition in the south, implementing a new waste management system which included small-scale pyrolysis units. That has been placed on a halt for now because, like I said, because of the COVID-19 situation. But it should be, I will take the time to express the need to continue with it. As we could see, the idea is to have small-scale pyrolysis units in a decentralized model, closer to the generators of waste. Okay. If that was in place, as we speak, if that was in place, waste could have actually been collected from the households and incinerated, which is actually one of the things that is coming out now, that incineration will probably be the best way to deal with the waste. Why? In a meeting with PAHO, it is being recommended that all waste should be treated as hazardous waste. The virus, the coronavirus, can actually stay on items like plastic and metals for days on end. So it is even things like segregating and waste picking, that's going for the waste and looking for valuables should be suspended, and all waste should be treated as hazardous waste. So the pyrolysis unit and the model that we were actually looking at would actually be quite beneficial in this kind of time. But the virus, the situation happened, did not give us the headway that we needed. So we right now we have to suspend that project and just deal with just the basic operations for the time until yes.
Until. You did outline the advisory given to your collectors of the waste. Speak to any advisories that you could give to residents in St. Lucia in terms of how they can best help the situation in terms of solid waste management. Mijan?
Okay, of course we would like residents to take full responsibility for all waste generated from their end, because it's really the responsibility of each one of us to manage the waste generated at home until it is placed out on the collection day. Some of the things that can be done, we would like to see happen. Of course, storage of waste is going to happen now for a longer period of time, and it's important that residents ensure that that waste is properly managed during the course of a full week. Of course, bag waste, as much as possible, it's important that residents ensure that bags are available for placing this waste, and of course household bins is very essential during this time. So persons who don't have bins, it's important that they utilize some form of containment in order to keep waste contained during that 6 to 7 day period. We also encourage double bagging of diapers, napkins, wipes, tissue, masks, and gloves. And of course, all personal items utilized during this time. Of course, we need to try to protect the family members as well as the collectors on ground who handle the waste, and to ensure that they do not come into contact with the waste. Other little things that can be done, often cans of food are opened. It's important that these are rinsed, washed properly before placing in the bags. We have other stuff such as eggshells as well, could be easily rinsed. So there are just little things that we can do from our end to ensure that waste is properly managed and to ensure that it is kept safe until the collection day. I also want to mention the freezing of meat or fish waste. For example, chicken skin, fish guts, fat, fish or meat scraps. These are usually a little challenge to deal with, you know, when they've been produced, when they're generated. So it's a matter of freezing, keeping in the freezer until the collection day. And one of the things that we would encourage as well, there's a lot of biodegradable stuff in terms of the organic material that is generated, food peels, fruit peels. These can be left right at home and composted. So that in itself would minimize the quantity of waste that gets to the landfill, or even the family would have to deal with during the course of this one collection day.
Okay, thank you for that, Ms. Jean. We are due for our first break this morning. Just hearing from the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority representatives, the General Manager, Mr. Justin Sealey, and the Information and Communication Manager, Ms. Emmeline Jean, talking about the adjustments of waste collection and disposal in light of COVID-19, as well as the responsibility of collectors and residents in the communities on observing physical distancing, proper securing of waste, and so on. When we come back, we will have Mr. Carlton Cyril, better known as Cokes, to engage this morning's guests, and we wrap up. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Jim Joseph, President of the Beausejour Community Group. We believe St. Lucia can win the war against the coronavirus, and here's how. Every community in St. Lucia must mobilize, coordinate, monitor, and support residents the way we would before, during, and after a natural disaster. Identify volunteers in your community, assign them roles, and deploy them. Ensure your elderly and vulnerable understand all protocols. Help relatives, shield them from unnecessary contact with others. Identify those recently unemployed and vulnerable neighbors living alone. Put systems in place to filter updates from official sources throughout your community. Promote the hotline number 311. If it takes a village to raise a child, then all of us can come together to defend the village against the coronavirus. Let's do it.
Together let us win this war. St. Lucia be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
Bon moi dit bonjour et merci encore pour vous écouter nous avec nous sur NTN GIS nous ici à headquarters Vermin COVID-19 sous un lundi et bon matin le 20 avril comme l'habitude ou kay savent nous ka ba information nous ka faire savent tout ça qui ka prend coup qu'on moi ni la coutume ga dit ici là vini pour Vermin COVID-19 il changer la vie nous tout en yon manière et ben l'autre ou kay savent les venir pour yon c'est pli et go décision et ben yon c'est pli go activité qui ka prend coup qu'on ni pli moun la kayo qu'on ni pli moun ka manger ces affaires zodi ici nous ni dans studio à bon matin nous ni monsieur Justin Sealey qui General Manager les venir pour Management Authority qui est responsable pour aujourd'hui Saint-Lucie Solid Waste yo ici avec Sam et puis excusez-moi Emilien Jean c'est lui qui communication avec information, lui qui est responsable pour communication avec information. Et vous pouvez bien savoir, si vous te suivre nous ici, nous continuellement qu'à dou et qu'à répéter ces informations, yo ban nous développement qui a pris un coup là vini pour département ça. Et yo ici à Rodia pour en fait nous ça avec vie fait nous changer qui ça aussi posé faire, qui manière aussi posé agir là vini pour zodo. En parmi bagay chay moun hamande quand chay moun ka questionner là vini pour manière zodi ka trouver quoi amassé à présent. Et yo ici pour répondre ces questions ça par pour ban nous information. Bon moi dit bienvenue avec merci en chay et puis là moi dit moi Jean pour commencement qui ça ou te kay envie d'ination les vini pour premier pas raison qui reprend décision ça pour changer ces dates là zodi trouver quoi amassé.
OK. Quand nous avons un temps actuellement côté l'année COVID-19, nous voulons protéger tout le monde, protéger famille, toute famille, protéger ces gens là qui à terre, qui a amassé zordia. Nous voulons aussi protéger tout staff, autorité, management, zordi, Saint-Lucie. So, pour nous faire ça, nous tenons pour couper à sous ces temps, nous amasser zordi. Premier, ça nous fait, nous amasser zordi une fois par semaine à chaque commune. So, nous pour prendre précaution pour assurer zordi placer des wots pour chocolat amasser une fois par semaine.
Bon, mais je voulais mais moi je voulais comprendre ça pour moun comprendre ça nous ga dia. Quoi si ou te ka ni zordi ka amasser Adèle la ni côté qui te ni zordi ka amasser deux fois par semaine. Quoi on va dire à présent si zordi te ka tout fait quoi amasser les lundi, mercredi, on nous dit jeudi. À présent chocolat ka amasser les lundi tout seul.
OK, so si zordi te ka amasser les lundi et jeudi. Then zordi ou kaya amassé les lundi tout seul.
Parce que c'est une fois.
Oui.
Et raison pour ça c'est parce que nous état sous coup et puis tout ça qui a fait exemple COVID-19 dans vemin ça ouvre moun sa date qui c'est moun qui a travailler et pour protéger commune aussi. Là il vient pour vemin ça ou ni pour mettre bagay en place pour protéger ni commune et ni c'est moun qui a travailler en zodia. Parce que moi, monsieur Jean bien dit, les vini pour vermine ça, c'est faux moun comprendre vermine nan ka wete à sous zordi, à sous plastique bagay moun mais pour yon de néditan yon de jour. Quoi c'est raison de ça.
Oui, et si vous te joindre service là comme zordi amassé les mardi et vendredi ou ka joindre zordi amassé les mardi tout seul. Si vous te joindre les mercredi et samedi ou kay joindre les mercredi tout seul.
Quoi premier jour
oui, premier jour en semaine là nous te ka amasser mais adam moun te ka joindre service là les lundi, les mercredi et les vendredi. Trois fois pour semaine là. Yo kay joindre tout seul en les
lundi tout seul.
Dans l'autre monde qui te ka joindre les mardi, jeudi et samedi. Yo kay joindre tout seul les mardi. Et la style teni monde qui te ka joindre tous les jours. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. So yo kay joindre tout seul les lundi. So c'est une fois. So là nous really calculer c'est les lundi, mardi et mercredi nous ka amasser zordi en pays.
Moi content de ça. L'autre question c'est pour qui ça?
Well, quand nous mentionnons nous voulons assurer ces moun là qui ka amasser zordi yo ka chen plus less time.
Après yo moins temps.
C'est pas moins temps mais nous pas voulons yo faufiler trop avec public là. So même quand ministre santé a dit stay at home, stay la caillou, change distance.
Quand on fait tout protocole qui là as a result dit maintenant.
Oui, nous voulons staff aussi change ce protocole là.
On pas vle moun là tous les jours ka manager zodiac ka vinn contacter puis moun quoi moins moun avec moins temps ka pour ramasser yon jour ça ni fait ça yo ka faire alléger des zodiac.
So c'est 3 jours yo dehors et les autres jours yo en dedans avec famille yo pour assurer nous voulons protéger yo.
L'autre bagay là vitement maintenant nous mentionner là il vini pour c'est plus gros zodiac qu'on nous ka crier bol qui ouais en anglais c'est bagay ça hot hat du bout amassé hot vle 10 moun amasser c'est bagay ça ou ça chen ni kayou hot poko kan amasser ça pour à présent combien dit parce que hot vle c'est toi va ni moins venir en contact avec moun moins souvent dans semaine mais on dit aussi maintenant nous regarder mademoiselle Léonce là il vini pour ou qui peut aller jeter qu'on déglo et ben la vie force ou ça fait ça par corps ou ka dit ou peut y faire.
Oui, nous ka dit moun yo ça aller pour ça qui ça aller jeter nous voulons aller là lundi pour samedi 8h pour 4h. Puis actuellement nous ka ouvert déglo et puis vieux fort 8h pour 4h. Et les dimanches, nous fermons les dimanches.
Ok. Aussi, ou toucher à ce point où tu as bay moun, ça où tu as voulu moun faire, quand yo la kayo, manière yo ka manager zodia, toucher à ces points ça, ben non titak, là il vini pour qu'on kayo, maintenant nous parler dit mettez zodia en débag, moi parler l'autre conseil retenir.
Ok, actuellement, exomba nous toujours kadi moun, il est important pour tout kai ni ça nous créer un bon zodi. Bon zodi ça c'est really pour assurer zodi bien protecté. Nous aussi voulons moun mettre zodi à dans sac. Mettez à dans sac avant mettez un bon zodi puis ça kay protéger famille avec aussi protéger ces moun là qui ka amasser zodia so ça important nous voulons aussi pis là ni COVID-19 il est important on chay nous ka service wipes là c'est tissu masque gloves diapers et toutes ces bails là nous ka servi qui very personal. Nous commandons pour mettre ça en des sacs. So mais un sac, then nous met dans l'autre sac pour assurer moun pas venir en contact et puis ça aussi important. L'agneau chaibay qui kani miette manger avant ouvert après ouvert yo quand c'est tin là tin tuna fish tin sardine nous commandons pour wense bay ça oui avant ou mettez à dans sac là saisir aller nous ka saisir l'instant qui a dans wense aussi on chay moun yes on est pour change zodia pour 6 semaines actuellement ou kani miette viande, on nettoie poisson, on nettoie viande, kani bay ou ni pour jeter. Bon passage jeter
qui va n'importe côté.
Exactly. So ni pour chaîne so nous commando pour mettre ça en freezer. Là on met en freezer then il kay protéger avec joie chocolat ka vini ou ça mettre dehors pour nous pour ces moun la amasser. Aussi nous n'y chay la pour manger, la pour fruit. Nous commandons moun chense bay ça compost, ça nous a dit compost. Bokay là, so qui te so là fait ça yo kay pour y ko kay joindre matériau qui kay ko kay joindre c'est fumier. Oui, fumier et ko kay ça service ça bokay là en c'est fleur. Oui. So nous ka di moun pour assurer tout zodi bien seal ou pour seal zodi que assurer ou mettre dans bon zodi bien couvert pour ça amasser. Bon nous ka di moun aussi c'est responsabilité yo. Responsabilité nous chaque en kay nous pour manager zodi nous bien. Puis de là moun ka quoi c'est juste voyer aller solid waste kay amasser, c'est pas comme ça. Nous ni responsabilité pour nous manager zodia an kay nou, ek sel jou se responsabilite solid waste la, se jou a solid waste kamase an commune la. Ek actuellement, sa se yon fwa pa simen.
Eh bien, là, messieurs, dames, si vous écoutez nous ou en mettez télévision, on écoutez nous à sur radio, et même pour vous qui écoutez nous à sur internet. Ici, il y a encore, comme bien dit, nous, c'est nous qui est responsable pour the Management Authority et Solid Waste. Écoutez un conseil qui a bail ici à présent. Parce que un chay de nous, compagnie, quoi, depuis Zodia ou Hani, on mettez d'or avec ces Zodi Solid Waste. Écoutez bien, tant ça, mais gens, ça m'épimissé. Silika dit, obligation c'est ça ou à présent sous bien estimé à peu près 7 jours en semaine c'est un jour en semaine nan ou quand une date lan zord ou quand massé faire ça ou paie ça c'est obligation là pour faire ça ou ni pour faire à présent en parmi l'autre bagage chaidi nous on est ka mettre zord à dehors on dit dans un sachet on mettre dehors là quitter la chien wat bagay quand on dedans yon nan c'est ba là moi même Jean l'homme non là et qui mentionnait date qui ou supposé ni en drum ou supposé ni un bon zordi, un bagay qui ça couvert, un bagay qui font assez pour bête pour vermine pas entrer en dedans ça. L'autre bagay là qui est bien important, il mentionnait là encore. Là il vient pour vous qui ni croissement, ou qui ni gros pression, boy pression, la poti qui nek bagay. Sou pas ka tout li bay animaux, sou pas ka fan bay puis mettez en dedans fridge là. Fait venir saisi quoi joie choc là ka passer ou ça prend mettez en zordo avec mettez là. Nous ka wan chay chien ka haler zordi tout partout. Et yon c'est raison pour ça, c'est parce que là on y c'est tin thon, là on y corn beef, tin saucisson, n'importe ça y a. Là on y c'est tin bagay ça et qu'on veille et qu'on quitte en dedans sachet à bag là, n'importe ça on ka met en dedans là. Chien what ka prend l'ordre ces bagay ça pour raison ça yo ka mande pour ou essaye on y passer petit à gland dedans la poser à l'on casser pas quitter il can croiser en dedans tout ça ka en cause vermine what chien déchiré bag et puis bay quoi mais ça qui plus important énormément et qui mentionnait c'est là il vini pour ou ka mettre bagay nous ka servir à présent pour protéger nous hors vermine COVID-19 c'est glove masse avec serviette c'est bagay ça ou hasouiller place bagay ça qui sorti en fidjay ou nous ka mando pour mettre en dedans des sachets panique meilleur dans yon meilleur dedans des encore kay savent c'est moun qui ka venir amasser zordo c'est moun ça nous ka dit en tous les cas si yon a se bag la pété in l'autre ka chebe et nous pas exposer yo pour 20 minutes dernière parole nous ka veut dire public là généralement comme ici à Mazejan.
Ok, nous avons le public là, actually, try communicate avec nous, timiet pli. Nous voulons moun kouye nous. Là, ni deux numbers, moi ça ba ou, so ou ça mette number ça phone nous, et nous voulons WhatsApp nous. Voyez various messages. So si on a un problème comme nous, fait nous savent et nous kaisa di l'épi situation. So ça c'est 724-5544, ça c'est 7D4-5744 or 285-2762, ça c'est D85-D7-6D. Et ça, si vous faites ça, just mettez un phone là, en WhatsApp là, là où vous avez petit commission en bas, mettez commune là où vous sorti et non. So nous ça communiquer pour primaire.
Ok, comme quoi raison de ça, kachin de ça, c'est qu'on nous savent les venir pour 20 Covid là, chaque protocole à mettre en place. Et qu'on a ces bagages ça, c'est pas pour venir en contacter. Moi, ce nous savent venir en contacter puis il primaire. Qu'on a des solid waste à faire d'ivoire pour bailler mon limo WhatsApp ça, quoi ou ça parler mais ça qui bien important. Là on mettez limo ça sous téléphone, fait ainsi on dit côté. Qui commune ou qui ça problème ou parce que hot ni moun qui ka répondre ces questions ça hot ni moun qui ka attendre les yokouye eh ben moi quand nous parler yon ces bagay là aussi pour l'autre monde qui peut-être voulait aller à sur website hot à sur computer hot ni adresse là qui c'est slus.swma.org moun sa ale la ek ou sa hen pli informasyon. E ben la on y mesye ici et puis nous en headquarters vermin COVID-19 nous ka parler puis ces gens qui sorti hard the management authority solid waste information yo ban nous la mesye nous ka kwe c'est yon qui bien important massa expliquer ça pli yo ka mande nous plaider puis nous ça pour faire manière pour conducter kon expressement à présent nous tout ça yon manière ben l'autre tout département yon côté ben l'autre tout fait koy affecté ça qui bien important que n'a répéter avec moi kay bay mazel Jesse pour continuer ici c'est l'imoa pour contacter ces gens solid waste là encore WhatsApp ou ça mettez ça en téléphone nous l'imoa c'est 7D4 5544 ça c'est 7D4 5544 et bien D85 D76D encore 724-5544 or 285-2762. Mettez les mots en dedans pour nous ou quand il y a un monde ça qui est bien important aussi dit qui commune ou ka couiller hard quand ils savent qui manière pour répondre nous et qui manière pour adresser n'importe problème ou peut-être kaini. Merci tellement Jesse.
Thank you very much, Carlton. We are due for another break, our second break for the program this morning. But when we come back, we have important information as to the extension of the state of emergency into May. Do stay tuned for that information and more. We continue to engage the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority representatives. Stay tuned.
Cette lisi ka registre vermin corona ek i ka fait mouvement ek an chay vitesse tan chaque canef ka kouye pour vigilance publique là fait wolo parler en place publique qu'on bol en mai base ti boutique changer distance sociale 6 pieds Rodyon à l'autre, il ka travail tan, si ou senti ko pas cordial, quarantine ko, pas en contact et puis l'autre, en cas où te toi pe exposé. C'est un écouye, free one ou ben n'importe clinique yo pou. Les pays a dimi à clé, ça veut dire les supermarkets, pharmacies et puis ATM, yo accessible avant cette souhait. Pays à clé en plein, ça veut dire tout bagay fermé à 24 heures. Servi protocole comme sorti par bureau indication santé. Nous tout ensemble, ça sauve vermin corona. Si nous tous servi jidla à toutes les.
Together let us win this war. St. Lucia be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
What's in the food you're eating? Do you really even know? All the chemicals and hormones used to accelerate their growth. All the artificial flavoring, sweeteners and colors too. We consume and we don't spare a thought for the damage that they'll do. No. Think about the children. Think about the children. How will we save them? Chemicals and GMOs are not the solution. Use organic and join.
Excessive agrochemical use, additives and genetically modified foods are harmful to health and the environment. Join the good food revolution. Grow, buy and consume organic. A message from Rise St. Lucia and the Ministry of Sustainable Development with funding from the GEF Small Grants Program UNDP.
The good food revolution.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to the broadcast live on NTN from the GIS studios. My name is Jessie Leonce. If you're just joining us, and in studio I'm joined by my colleague Mr. Carlton Cyril. We have been going over this morning the adjustments made for the collection and disposal of waste in St. Lucia in light of the COVID-19 situation, our response to COVID-19 with the Solid Waste Management Authority. In studio we have the authority's general manager as well as the information and communication manager, Mr. Justin Sealey and Ms. Emmeline Jean. And this morning we've gone through quite a lot in terms of the adjustments that have been made by your organization in addressing and trying to come up with ways to deal with the collection and disposal of solid waste in light of this viral pandemic. We had the Minister for Education, the Honorable Dr. Gail Rigobert, speak a bit on the changeover to begin the new management system for the south of the island. We have a clip from her talking about that. If we could just go to that before we continue our conversation here.
The authority has begun the changeover to the new waste management system for the south of the island. This was initiated by terminating landfilling at the Viewfort Solid Waste Management Facility in October 2019. A transfer station was established to receive the waste, which is then transported to the Dayglow landfill via specialized vehicles or walking floor containers. To facilitate the current operations at Viewfort, the Materials Recovery Facility, the MRF, at the facility was modified to accommodate loading of the walking floor containers.
The Minister, the Honourable Minister, also spoke about major roadworks being undertaken on the access road leading to the tipping face of the Dayglow landfill. Speaking about how it was necessary to accommodate the weight and size of the containers coming in. And just a note, a fact, on average of 4 container trips are recorded daily to Dayglow. The second phase of the new management system, once again we have another clip of the Honourable Minister speaking on the second phase of this new waste management system. Take a look.
The second phase of the new waste management system will include the installation of 20 pyrolysis units situated at decentralized locations throughout the southern region, with the aim of significantly reducing the costs associated with the transportation of waste. Central government and the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority are working assiduously to implement this phase of the transformation.
10 units are now on island with another 10 expected at the end of this month. We have our final clip from the Honourable Minister.
4 units will be commissioned and operated at the Viewfort Solid Waste Management Facility. Additional sites have been identified and preliminary assessments will be commissioned to inform the full transformation.
Coming in, the lower house will be convening a parliamentary sitting tomorrow, Tuesday, the 21st of April 2020, to table the motion put forward by the Minister for Finance, Economic Growth, Job Creation, External Affairs and the Public Service, the Honourable Prime Minister Alan Shastney. And I will just read the motion. Be it resolved that Parliament extends for an additional period commencing from the 27th of April 2020 and ending on the 31st day of May 2020 in accordance with Section 17(6) of the Constitution of St. Lucia. Cap 1.01, the Constitution of St. Lucia, Resolution of Parliament approving declaration of state of emergency passed as statutory instrument number 40 of 2020 that approved the state of emergency that was published in the Gazette on the 23rd day of March 2020 as statutory instrument number 39 of 2020 containing a declaration that a public emergency has arisen as a result of the occurrence of COVID-19 in 2019, an infectious disease commonly known as COVID-19 for a further period of 26 days commencing from 31st March 2020 and ending on the 26th day of April 2020. So the motion being put forward is for an extension of the state of emergency essentially from the 27th of April 2020 to the 31st of May 2020. So the lower house will be convening parliamentary sittings tomorrow to table that motion. Also bills to be laid by the Honourable Prime Minister, the first reading of the National Insurance Corporation Amendment Bill and the other bill to be laid by the Honourable Minister Dominic Fede, the Tourism Stimulus and Investment Amendment Bill, and that will be read for the first time. And to go back to our interview this morning, we have in studio Mr. Justin Sealey, the General Manager of the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority, and Ms. Emlyn Jean. She is the Information and Communication Manager at the authority. We have been speaking on, prior to the onset of COVID-19, environmentalists the world over were stressing the importance of the minimization of waste. Reduce, reuse, recycle. I think everybody's familiar with this phrase by now, but speak to the significance of this, and even more so now that we're in the situation with COVID, adopting these habits.
It's in the best interest to minimize waste. A lot of waste management requires a lot of resources put towards it. But while we look at everything that comes out as waste, there is valuable material in waste. So as you know, there's a big push behind plastic recycling and of metals, cardboards, glass. Over the last couple of years, what was lacking for a bit was the end result, the recycling plants, to transform what was considered waste and make it useful again. Over the last couple of years, the authority has been working tremendously behind the scenes to look at avenues. So we have actually looked at, I think certain people might hear about the Replast project and the recycling of plastics and metals and these things. So we have actually done a lot of work and have secured the end result. So now we have been working to look at segregation of waste and the waste streams and directing them to the various avenues where they could be reused and thereby cause a reduction in waste. But it's also the responsibility of the households to think of waste minimization as well. Do I just, the fan is broken, do I just toss it out and buy a new fan, or can I get it repaired? Do I fix my shoe heel and reuse my shoe? And there's a whole host of innovative ways that you can actually minimize waste, and one that is actually quite at the fingertips of every householder is what Ms. Jean mentioned, which is the composting of waste. It is not as people would think of a smelly or activity which attracts roaches and these things if you do it properly. And we of the authority have actually taken the time to put material together to actually help and guide people, because some people just don't know and they have this stigma attached to it. So we have had a lot of discussion behind the scenes, and we also do believe that as the kids are home and you're looking for new activities to do with the kids, that things like composting and segregating is things that you could introduce them to. And we, from our research or interfacing with persons, we do believe the kids know it very well. Mm-hmm. I do believe and I'll pick on myself first, people about my age that a little more resistant or hard-headed. Mm-hmm. But the kids know it. The kids see it. A lot of people have traveled. Some people have been doing it for years, but they come back and it hasn't been done here. And
the ways to do it is so easily accessible online.
Yes.
Go to YouTube,
yes.
Tutorials and so on.
Yes. So the two things is, especially now, waste minimization is critical as to what you try to put out. And I mean, you could actually have fun with it and look at how much waste did I put out last week compared to how much did I put out this week. How you could actually take an assessment of what you do throughout and see do I need to buy this, or do I need to use this, or can I repackage it? And these things is the things that you can do is very simple, but they have a major impact on what you put out. Mm-hmm. And also, I have to take this opportunity to expand on what something that Ms. just talked about, the management of your waste. Mm-hmm. While we sit here at this point in time and we talk about management of waste in reference to COVID, person should understand as well that when you throw out a bag of waste, there's a lot of your life that goes out there. And you should be very responsible on what you just toss out, because it can't. There's a lot of your life. I mean, I've been at the landfill a number of times, and to see things that you see at the landfill, and you see envelopes with people's names and prescriptions, and you see a lot of things. And I mean, not that you pay attention to it, but one should understand that what you put out there carries parts of your life out in the public. So apart from doing it for the welfare of the workers on the trucks and the people who are providing this essential service, you should also do it for yourself as well.
Wonderful. Any final words? Before the final words, I want to ask a question about the reception that you've been receiving from your district officers, of the persons in the community and so on, responding to these new adjustments. I know you mentioned it briefly, but any specific concerns that they may have with regard to the collection of waste?
Like I said, the two that we get. I think the two that we've gotten quite a bit is, I am at home now generating more waste, and you're reducing the waste, the number of days you're collecting, and what am I to do with all this waste at my house right now? And it is to be understood that we provide the essential service where we collect and we dispose of the waste, but it is a collective effort for us to do this together. So the less you put out, the better we could manage it, and we could keep the environment cleaner. I don't know if Ms. Jha has anything to add to this.
No, I think pretty okay. What I would really like to say to the public is to comply. If everybody does his or her little bit with respect to the management of waste at home, and to ensure that waste is placed out only on that one collection day, we will see a big difference out there in our communities.
Wonderful. If you could just go over the numbers to contact the authority. Somebody made a query on our Facebook Live just now.
Okay. Of course, we would like the public to communicate with us a lot more. And we encourage each one to put one of our WhatsApp numbers into your contacts, and WhatsApp us, send us a message, your name and your community, and the numbers which you could use to do that include 724-5544. I'll say it again, 724-5544, or 285-2762. Again, 285-2762, and send us a message. Very often we also have messages that we would like to send out to the public, and these we can utilize to reach each one right there in his or her home, in the homes.
Thank you so very much for your time, Ms. Jha, Information and Communication Manager, and Mr. Justin Sealey, the General Manager of the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority. We do appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Have a good day.
The St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority bringing us much important information. Carlton, if you could just summarize some of the reinforcements of Ms. Jha just now, as well as Mr. Justin Sealey.
Oui, Jesse, merci. Pas encore sur on est avec ça qu'a fait ici, on va écouter nous sur radio. Et bien sur internet là, yon manière ben l'autre, ou kay ça bon matin nous ni et puis nous c'est gens qui responsable pour Zordi Saint-Lucie Management Authority Solid Waste. Et puis yo ici parmi ces conseils là qui bail et puis ça yo adressé c'est là venu pour manière nous qu'avait Zordi quand monsieur Sealey est bien dit, il dit Adelo PV Zordi comme bagay ou ka été qui dans l'ordre qui pas une pièce use mais on ka bien si pour ça si on pour recycler parmi ces bagay ça là dans chaque bagay ou ça hand hardly yo bien parler de ça là ni bagay qui en place pour nous à la direction recycler ça mais à pas de ça yo dans ces bagay là qui était bien important les de café mais il fait mentionner là il vient pour nous et puis responsabilité nous supposé qu'à point pour zordi nous ou kay bien savent ou ka jeter en chay bagay en zordi ou ni nom adresse ou à sous enveloppe ou ni lettre ou ni information qui bien important quoi ka dit point responsabilité et puis pour ça prescription pour remède toutes ces bagay ça ou ni pour point responsabilité ou qu'on yon monde qui ka jeter zordi manière ka disposer parce que ça trouve quoi en l'amé en monde a délai qui ça yo ka fait puis yo ka fait activité illégale à parmi l'autre bagay quoi est bien important ou comprendre parmi ces bagay là on ka arrêter avec manière on ka arrêter on ni pour point responsabilité pour lui pas ça tout seul nous ni pour ka catiller qu'on nous la kay à présent avec là vini pour 20 000 covid like manière toute bagay changer on ni pour suivre protocole et puis nous à kay là c'est maman là manière nous ka arrêter zordi nous manière nous ka agir épisode la pour mango la pour manger c'est bagay ça ou ça prend ou ça meilleur dedans yon bagay avec servi qu'on fumier plutôt pour mettre en bag et puis jeter ou comprendre quoi nous même pas dit temps management qui est responsable pour zordi a solide ou ce qu'a fait ça yon ni pour faire à sous ça yo ou ni pour faire ça ou ni pour faire en kaila encore c'est pas un bagay solide ou sans vini et puis dit on nous changer bagay on nous changer date nous quand ramasser zordi on nous mettre moins jours en semaine non as a résultat dit tout le monde devait qu'on infecté yo même ni pour suivre protocole yo même ni pour protéger travailler yo et puis ou même là on vient pour combiner quand yo commande date qui yo dans ces bagay là qui bien important ou ça contacter yo ban nous en limoa parmi bagay qui bien important yo mentionné c'est à présent là il vient pour ces places là côté nous ca disposer Zodia là en Déglo et puis en Vieux-Fort yo ca faire ça à présent là ouvert lundi pour samedi 8h bon matin pour 4h après-midi yo fermé les dimanche encore on va répéter ça c'est place là côté yo ka jeter zordi nous ka parler des glo et puis là en Vieux-Fort ko yo ka jeter zordi yo vle ou savent à présent place là ouvert 8h bon matin pour 4h après-midi trouver qu'on informé encore là vini pour vous qui voulez contacter yo ban nous c'est limo ça yo ka do sous contacter yo sur WhatsApp yo ba limo ça encore 7D 4 5544 et bien 285 D76D that would be 724 5544 et bien 285 2762 n'importe conseil ou détenu n'importe question vous voulez demander encore c'est pas parce qu'il yo pas voulez parler ba mais yo voulez comprendre là il vini pour suivre protocole là pour yo engager quoi et puis moins monde pour empêcher famille dans si manger yo te kay signer adresser conseil par WhatsApp et ben ou peut aller online yo ni adresse là sluswma.org quoi là tout ça mais c'est pour faire assurer nous tient nous sauve pour faire assurer nous tout qu'à travailler pour même bagaille là qui c'est combattre vermin COVID-19 nous ca continuer ici nous ca merci tellement continuer et suivre nous information qui sorti ici à headquarters office COVID-19 gouvernement GIS NTN nous ca merci tellement waiting puis nous Jesse.
Thank you, Carlton. We continue to let you know that the partial scale down of services of the nation is ongoing. It continues until the 26th of April, as announced by the Prime Minister. So please take note of that. Essential services alone operating right now. If you have no business heading out, do stay home, protect yourself, protect your family, and remain indoors. If you do have to head out for some emergency supplies, and you're going out and you're coming in, ensure that you keep safe, keep using your face masks, the use of hand sanitizers, and washing of hands as much as possible. News just coming in this morning. Parliament will convene tomorrow, Tuesday, the 21st of April, to table the motion put forward by the Minister for Finance, Economic Growth, Job Creation, External Affairs, and the Public Service, the Honorable Prime Minister Alan Shasney. And essentially, this motion is to extend the state of emergency on island from the 27th of April to the 31st of May. So Parliament, the lower house, will be convening a parliamentary sitting tomorrow to table the motion of extending the state of emergency from 27th April to the 31st of May. We invite you to tune in tomorrow. We will be broadcasting live the parliamentary proceedings, so tune in to NTN Live for that proceedings to learn of the outcome. Also, bills to be laid tomorrow: the NIC Amendment Bill, the National Insurance Corporation Amendment Bill, and that bill will be forwarded by the same Minister for Finance, Economic Growth, Job Creation, External Affairs and the Public Service, the Honorable Prime Minister. And the other bill to be tabled will be the Tourism Stimulus and Investment Amendment Bill, to be tabled by the Honorable Minister Dominic Thady. The first reading for both, and we do hope that you can tune in for this important sitting of Parliament. This makes this morning's COVID-19 response report here live on NTN. We'd like to thank you so much for tuning in and watching and following us on our channel, on television and online. Do stay tuned for more programming on this station. My name is Jessie Leonce, and in studio my colleague Carlton Cyril. If you missed it, we spoke to representatives from the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority, the General Manager, Mr. Justin Sealey, and the Information and Communication Manager, Ms. Emmeline Jean, speaking on the adjustments that have had to be made in terms of the collection and disposal of waste on island due to COVID-19. That's all the time we have for now. Goodbye. Do stay tuned for more programming coming up on this station. Goodbye.
We at war with a virus, ready to harm us. Panic is not the answer. We can win this together.
Often use hand sanitizer, better yet use soap and water.
We must protect each other if we are to beat this corona. Together let us win this war. Be a soldier for St. Lucia. Together let us win this war. Be a soldier, together we can beat this corona.
So you don't become the next case. Avoid touching your face. I'm sure you've been told so. Handshakes and hugging around, no.
Advice give you the please. Cover your mouth and your nose if you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing and avoid large social gatherings.
Together let us win this war. Be a soldier for St. Lucia. Together let us win this war. St. Lucia, be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
For further information, please contact the hotline at 311 or the Bureau of Health Education at 468-5349.
The Water and Sewage Company